Hello, for those of you who are watching my video for the first time, I'm Penelope Pop, also known as Winnie Wong. That's actually my real name. A lot of my videos are centered around curating your lifestyle and living with the things that you need. So I really try to create some ideas that will help you decide what you want in your own life. And also I showcase some fun videos here and there. So today we are going to be talking about how I store my memorabilia. If a lot of you wonder like where actually all my sentimental things are, this is where it is. These two right here. For those of you who haven't watched my crane video, go watch it. So basically I've stored my memories in little bubbles using this crane machine. And it's a great way for me to like kind of have a good talking point if ever people come over, and then you can pick a bubble and then you can see what's inside, what's in the memory. Over here, I have a dehumidifier like storage box, and this contains like all my memorabilia. That means my yearbooks, any books that I've done in the past. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna showcase what exactly is inside and why I keep it in here. First thing I wanna explain is why do I keep it in here? So this is an Anbon. It's a really big one. I actually showcased this before in one of my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me at Penelope Pop Art. Basically, this is a storage box that really keeps everything at a balanced humidity level. So at around 50%, which is an ideal humidity temperature if you want to maintain the quality of any paper. This is actually covered with black paper because light exposure actually ruins the quality of the paper. That's a tip. Okay, so there are two cabinets. One is the top and one is the bottom. This is actually really big, so I get to store a lot of things in here. Here on the top, I have all the poof planners that we have made so far. So this is from the first gen, second gen, and then third. Well, not really third. The second gen is still happening for the classic planners because I think we really perfected it. And then also we have created our new slims. So you can see our slim planners and also our thin ones. So that's our planner. Then over here we have our poofs, which is the fragrance line of the everyday. And that's what we store here. Over here, I haven't really figured out a spot for it yet, but I have a collection of Lisa Frank stationery that I kept. I kept one of each design. As a child, I had this since I was like, what, 10? So I have a dolphin print, a dog print, the unicorn, but these are so nice. I love Lisa Frank, and my student actually gave me this recently. It's a Lisa Frank sticker book. Very thoughtful. And then this is the Lisa Frank phone cover. Hehe. Over here, I have a Nintendo, a Game Boy Color. Then here I have my YouTube 100,000 plaque. Yes, thank you so much. Then here in this section, I have all the children's books. I am actually a children's book collector. I love really nice illustrations. I love children's books. I've always been drawn to like the different types of styles that different illustrators have. I collect books that I really like, particularly those that have interesting illustrations. One popular illustrator that I like is Oliver Jeffers, one of my fave children book writers. I just like the simplicity of his drawings. He has very interesting character looks. Over here, I actually have some books that my own class has made. So here I have about 15 already. I've taught more than 15 classes, but because of quarantine, we haven't been able to print some, so we're just sticking to this. This is one of the books that they made. So every class that I have, we collaborate to make a children's book. Every single student is assigned one page, and they also are assigned to a particular department where they either create the front page, the inside page, or they create the story. So this is one of the books. This is a cheesy story. And I've kept all of them just because, you know, it's nice to see what you've taught your students and what they have done. So over here, this book particularly is about a cheese celebrating his birthday, and he's inviting all the cheeses from around the world. Very cute illustrations. This is the book, A Cheesy Story. And then here we have some really cool pages done by my students. This is for the Philippines. Quesong puti. It is mabuhay, I am quesong puti. Be careful, I am very soft cheese. You will never see me without banana leaves. And yeah, just all these different students that have started out with absolutely no illustrator experience, and they're able to create this. So it's very nice to see the results come in hand. Okay, next in the lower cabinet, we have more of the memorabilia stuff. Hey, someone took, mom probably did. So recently I bought new photo books just because the old photo books that I had were turning yellow, because if you buy the ones that have sticky ends on it or you just stick on, it kind of deteriorates the photo paper over time. So I've completely switched everything. I actually removed all the different photos that my mom has taken of me and in those photo albums, and I've replaced it so they all have one look. So yeah, this is one of the books. This is one of my dance recital books. So all the different dance recitals I've been in, they're all here. So this is one of the photo books. There are different colors, but I chose brown just because, I don't know, I just felt like it. And you can put a picture in here. That's me and my mom, Mama Wong. And here I have put all the photos of me and her traveling. See? That's me and her. And then, what else? My mom took a lot of pictures then. So this was our trip to Japan. I'm so cute. What happened? Just kidding. See, and I used to like to pose a lot. Look at my lion hat. I've been able to travel as a child. I have no absolute memory of, but I'm sure my motor skills and all of that kind of internally processed it. So it's somewhere inside my development as a child. And there, yeah, these are my photo albums, and I've just organized it so that they are all in one place. They're not dirty, and I guess my mom didn't really keep it in the best condition, so I kind of took over. And then because I do plan on keeping these photo albums, no one really uses photo albums at this point. So if you are not like born in the early 90s, then you probably don't need a photo album. Everyone uses like the phone already, and they just store it in the cloud. But for me, I was born at the age where there were photo albums, and now this is a great way for me to store it. It keeps the photos in crisp condition. I do plan on digitizing it, but it's just, I want to make sure that before I get it digitized, I have it all in one space, and I've organized it by outfit and time of place. And then on top is something I'm actually still trying to organize. My tips usually for organizing is to make sure you have a section or category and a special place for each item. You can see that this row is specifically reserved for photo albums. Then here are for memories and cards. I actually like to give personal written cards to people. I feel like it is very meaningful. You're making more of an effort to write things down. It just feels more personal, and I like to keep my own note cards. So if you haven't seen how I organize my note cards and stuff, you can find it in one of the videos that I have. But here I keep it in these white folders. So there are 2 folders currently. And this one is for posters and invites. Here, this is from the letter from YouTube. You can see this is full, so I'll probably need another binder already. So I have invites from my friends' weddings. I have I have copies of, oh look, it's Pat. It's his feature in Candy Magazine. Yeah. They put so much makeup on him. He was a campus cutie. Look at that, he's so weird there. They just put too much Photoshop. And these are like different Broadway playbills of Broadways I've watched. Book of Mormon is so good, it's so funny. I love the songs as well. This is the first brochure I made for Future Faces. If you don't know Future Faces, we are actually trying to build a multi-purpose center in Bocaue, Bulacan. Our goal is to actually feed 400 children with a curated food plan, which will offer them nutritious meals. So Future Faces originally started out by funding the education of those who are interested in the arts, but we have kind of geared towards different things depending on the student leadership that is in charge of it. It's a student-led foundation. Different cool things, Wicked, which is what I watched in Vancouver, and then also different dance programs that I was a part of. This is really heavy though, so. This was one of the cards that I received at Lilliput Center, which is a childcare center that I interned at when I was taking up my early childhood education diploma. And here, these are all the different drawings that my 3 to 5 year olds drew for me. So nice. Yeah, the teacher obviously wrote things. And then over here, I have a lot of notes written from my friends. Like I have a friend, Powie. He actually likes to send postcards when he goes abroad, and he sends me some. But it's really funny because he sends very, very dramatic cards, very serious in these notes, saying like, I'm in a coffee center and it's raining and I'm thinking about writing something. It's always super serious, and then I just make fun of him after. These are all the birthday cards I have received. All the birthday cards that I've received. 2014 and 2009. And look at the quality of the paper. I mean, this is really nice for something that you have already almost 10 years, over 10 years already. Yeah, so it's a great way to store memories and keep it in good condition without ruining like the residue or getting it all gross. Okay, so that's enough weights. Then over here, this is the part that I'm still figuring out. Sorry, I actually just worked out, so I'm like super sore. I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but... And then here is a box which I still need to organize, but this box over here are PR kits that I have received over the last 3 years. So every single PR kit, everything, every card, every note, every book that they send, it's all here. Keep like the thank you cards. And I just feel like it's just a good way to kind of remind yourself that you've gone so far. So you get so caught up with your own brain that you're thinking that you're not doing enough. So sometimes being able to say, here, I actually have done stuff, and remind yourself that you are enough, you are good enough, and you will just keep trying and keep being a better version of yourself, and that you are only competing with yourself. And that's what happens to me a lot. I just get caught up in my brain. I just feel so competitive with myself. I'm not enough, and that just goes into the whole idea where I just feel like I need to do more. So yeah, this is the box, and even like my invitation to the after party of Mamma Mia is still here. This is something I got from Snail White. And then also something really funny that I have here. Sorry, it's so painful. Okay, so I've kept my credit cards that I've had in the past. This is the hoarding part of me, but I curate it, right? Everything is all in here, and they are all organized. They all have a home. I know where everything is, so if I want to look back, it's easy for me to look at. There used to be a McDonald's card here in the Philippines, and you get a 10% discount on your party and the McDonald's treat for the month. But they got rid of it. But I had a McDonald's card. I don't know, before we used to have this thing called picture cards. I don't know if you've ever known of them, but that was like the photo booth of the past here. So I used to take picture cards with my friends, and you have like nice borders and you get that printed on a card. That was me in middle school. That's one thing we used to do. Whenever we go to the mall, you go get a picture card. All the cards are here. I don't have a card folder yet, so I just keep it here along with the PR kits that I have. So yeah, that's my PR card kit. Over here are all the different planners that I have used in the past, and that's how eventually I got into making my own everyday planner. These are all the different planners that I have used, and yeah, that's how many years? 8 years worth of planners. And then I told myself, I really want something that is functional, that gets straight to the point and takes out all the unnecessary stuff. And that's why we created the Everyday at the Everyday, making it versatile but also very structured. So that's all my planners in here. Then on this last section, we have my yearbooks. So ever since my first grade yearbook, I've kept all my yearbooks for all years. I think though I am missing my 3rd grade one. Every single yearbook I have, and you can see that the color is fading, and that's probably due to light exposure. So now that I keep it here, it'll stay with the same color. And then I also have yearbooks of me as a teacher. I have gone to the same school, and now I'm teaching at the same school, so it's a full cycle. Then I have my diploma in here. I have some books I written as a child. So here is my 1st grade anthology of selected poems. And here it features every single student in my class and a poem. So I'm gonna go read mine. This was in 1st grade, okay? So don't judge. And also, I was quite sassy as a first grader, so I used to have side comments of people in here. So it says, of course, me. That's me writing that. I'm gonna read the haiku written by Winnie Wong. My friend plays with me. I help her with computer. She and I play basketball. That's it. Diamante is sister. Brave, Diamante, I don't even know how that's pronounced. Brave, playful, dancing, running, swimming, Joanna. Who's Joanna? Teenager, basketball, sports, sleeping, playing, sitting, gentle, tall, brother. Both of which I don't have. And I'll show you something really funny. I used to make comments on people. It's not really funny. I feel like this was how I released my frustrations. As a very introverted person, I would write on things. This was like my mini burn book as a child, because I used to get bullied a lot. I was super short, and I guess I wasn't very quick-witted before, so I used to get made fun of, and I didn't know how to respond right off the bat. So this was my way of responding in my head. So there was this person named Jacques, and he was super annoying, and I said, thank you for leaving. I have another person. This is Kenichi. We're still friends actually, and we grew up together. This one says, weirdest in the whole elementary school. Now, when I write whole, it's H-O-L-E, not W-H-O-L-E. Obviously, I'm in first grade. I don't know how to spell. This one bit me. This is karma, guys. This is real karma. Always slouches his back. Okay, I wrote that about somebody, and look at me now. I always slouch my back too. I have to get my editor to remind me to not slouch my back. That's karma, guys. Don't make mean comments. And I also have like some of my old projects in here. So this was from first grade. And this is a collection of all the different little stories that I wrote in, no, not first grade, second grade. All the different stories, and I used to illustrate the part, and that's why I'm such a huge children's book fan, because of all the little stories that I wrote. So this one is about the golden rose. Once in a beautiful garden, there lived a golden rose. She was the prettiest among the roses. Other roses liked to be with her, but the golden rose did not like to be with the other roses. Whoa. You can tell that there's some internal stuff going on in me about being left out. Those are the stories, and it says my wonderful story folder, and this is my best illustration in second grade. I have some diaries in here as well. I used to keep diaries. So here I have my dear diary, private, key to secrets, privacy please. I used a labeler back then as well. This is a Lisa Frank book. How funny. My diary, about how I feel, about my friends, not my crush because I'm scared someone will look at this, what I did, boys. I was still aware that people could read your diaries, so I would talk about others, but because I was so sensitive, I wouldn't talk about boys because I was so scared people will find out that I like somebody. Hey, what's up? Today I had an okay day. Okay, that's stupid. Okay, and then I just keep a bunch of different things like, oh, I'll share with you one of the yearbooks. So when I was in school, in elementary school, they used to have a competition where you could submit a drawing that could get chosen to represent the front and back cover page of the yearbook. And my last year of elementary, I really, really wanted to make it. And I made it to the back page. Front, but I made it to the back, which is still a big deal because, like, you know, there's so many students that draw, so much going on, so chaotic, but very international. And this is us. This is symbolic of us from our old school moving to the new school. And then look at all these multicultural children. And of course, I put the white person in front. Racist. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is my memorabilia storage box that contains anything sentimental. And this is a great way for me to make sure that it is in good condition and that I can share it forever and can look back at it. It's also a great way for me to just like move it around. So this is something that I purchased this quarantine. I have collected all the things that I have and I just put it in this area. And now it lives in my studio with this other memorabilia chain, which is more of like kitschy items. But these two are all the things that I have hoarded and put it into a storage container. And that's it. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to answer them. I really do like answering your questions in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.